Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee with the Pastor. I'm Pastor John Woodin. This is a ministry of Hollywood Faith Christian Center in beautiful Hollywood, Florida, on the Gold Coast of Florida. Today, we're going to look at, again, the prodigal, because we're looking to contrast the heart of God in the Father and the heart of the oldest son, the resentment, jealousy, and anger that was there. In Matthew chapter 3, if you remember, you can really liken the reaction of the elder brother to the Pharisees. They reacted to the way they reacted to Jesus. How could it be that this man from Nazareth is going to be Messiah? No, it needs to come from us, from the Pharisees, from the Sadducees. And the reality of that is God overstepped them to bring his own son into the equation because of the hardness of their hearts. Now, this is Matthew chapter 3 talks about from John the Baptist. When he saw many of the Pharisees and Sadducees coming to his baptism, he said to them, "Brood of vipers, brood of vipers, who warned you to flee from the wrath to come? Therefore bear fruits worthy of repentance. And do not think to say to yourselves, we have Abraham as our father. For I say to you that God is able to raise up children to Abraham from these stones," where John the Baptist was preaching. In Luke chapter 5, we see, and I believe that this is directly related to the Pharisees. This is Jesus is crowded in a house. He's ministering to the people. And now it happened on a certain day as he was teaching that there were Pharisees and teachers of the law sitting by who had come out of every town of Galilee, Judea, and Jerusalem. And the power of the Lord was present to heal them, that I believe if they had given into the Spirit of the Lord, the Pharisees and Sadducees, would have been healed. As it was, Jesus always had to contend with that religious spirit, always. 1 Chronicles 21, we see David having to choose. He took a census that God told him not to take. He did it anyway, and God brings choose for yourself, he said. The prophet says, either 3 years of famine or 3 months to be defeated by your foes with the sword and your enemies overtaking you, or else for 3 days the sword of the Lord. And David says, give me the Lord, because he may show mercy. Never let me fall into the hands of man, because they will never relent. They will never give in. And it's true with the Pharisees and Sadducees. They just never gave in to Jesus. The heart of God is mercy and love, and the heart of the Pharisee was unforgiveness and judgment. But these are the last days, so our response needs to be urgent. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. Matthew 24 says, see that you are not troubled, for these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet, for nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in various places. And these are the beginnings of sorrows. Luke 14 talks about how urgent it must be. Go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city and bring to hear the poor, the maimed, and the lame, and the blind. And the servant said, Master, it is done for you, but there's still more. So he says, compel them, which means grab them by the arm, pull them into the kingdom, because the end is near. And this is not the time to be holding back and saying, maybe another day. This is the day of your deliverance. God bless you, and we'll see you again next time.